What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jesse's World. And it's new computer parts day, I guess. No special reason, except for that I wanted to change my office up a little bit. Right now things are kind of a mess in here because I've been moving furniture around, moving little cabinets around and stuff, and trying to do away with some of my my junk. But anyway, so I did a thing, and I got another thing, and we're going to unbox it together, okay? Okay, so I haven't even opened it yet. I just got it in the mail earlier today, and so let's open it together. As you can see, there's a little bit of a hint of what it might be. Most of you probably know what this is already, just by looking at it. Cool. Came with an HDMI cable also. Let's see, what else? It's the base. It's a monitor, if you don't know what it is. I got a new 4K monitor. This is the Samsung S27A800UJN. It's a 4K monitor. This is manufactured in January of 2024. 170 watt monitor. It is only 60 hertz, I believe. It's not 144, but I really don't. That doesn't make much of a difference to me, honestly. I'm sure it would probably look better, or games might be better on it, or whatever, if I had one that was like 144 hertz or something like that. This is, as the model number says, it's a 27-inch monitor. That's what the 27 in the model number means, 27 inches. Let me see if I can pop this out of here with one hand and not drop it. So it does have, let's see here if they're labeled or not. It does have two USB ports and a third one that is a service port. The top one there says service on it. The other two are USB charging ports, I believe. It has, there's a headphone in or headphone out. I don't remember which one it is. And then on the bottom, it has USB-C, I believe, no. USB-C is just, so you can plug it into your computer and power other things, I guess. I don't know. I have to look into it. All I know is that I got a pretty decent deal on it. It does have the controls down here on the bottom. We'll have to figure out what all of those do. But let's take it out of here and get it put together. This is my current monitor. It is also a 4K monitor, but it is an older one. Let's see, display settings. Currently, here we go, see. It is currently set to 3840 by 2160. And I believe the NVIDIA control panel will tell what model the monitor is. Yeah, here we go. It's the U24E590. I don't know what all that means, but it does say that it is does have G-Sync or G-Sync. It is G-Sync compatible. But anyway, my other screen right now is this big 32-inch. It's just a 32-inch HP Pavilion monitor. It is not a TV, it is a monitor. But I'm actually thinking that eventually what I want to do is this screen over here on this side. This is only 24 inches, and the new one that I got behind me over here on the floor is 27. But I want to go ahead and well, get the 32-inch monitor off my desk. It actually doesn't even fit on my desk. It's hanging off the edge of the desk, and I don't have the stand for it, so it's propped up on some. Let's turn the flashlight on here. It's propped up on some. These are 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch drive caddy adapters. So you can put down in there a 2.5 inch hard drive in this caddy and adapt it to a 3.5 inch bay. But I figured, the cooling holes are on the bottom of this monitor. So if I put something that, if we can even see it or not, but see, it's got fins on it to dissipate heat, and I figured what better thing to put underneath the monitor where I need heat dissipated than those drive adapters. So anyway, I want to get the 32-inch off my desk. I'm going to get the rest of that all out of the packaging and get it all set up and move some things around. Alright, so here's everything that comes in the box. Obviously the monitor, which I have not taken the plastic off from around the edges. The bezels are super small. Like, I would say the bezel on this display is about 3 millimeters. 2 millimeters, something like that, all the way around, except for the bottom, of course. You have your stand plate, the stand itself, a USB-C to USB-C cable, an HDMI cable, or is that DisplayPort? Oh, it says HDMI on it. HDMI. And then a power cable that is a right angle power adapter so that you can plug it in and then angle it over toward the stand. And I already broke part of the stand. Okay, so down here at the base, there was a this little rubber piece that was supposed to be like a cable management piece. This side here, it was like locked in fully in it. You couldn't move it or anything. And then it wrapped around the back side, and it could connect to this side in this little hole right here in this little slot. And that's what this piece went into. Well, I pushed it in there just to see what kind of a snug fit it is. And whenever I went to pull it back out, it ripped off of here. And that just kind of upset me a little bit. And so I just ripped the other side off. I was like, well, if I can't use one side, I'm not going to leave the other side on there. I'm not going to return the monitor just because of a stupid rubber cable keeper. I've got zip ties. They'll work just as good. So, yeah, I broke it. The head, I believe it does have a VESA mount. Yes, VESA mount's capable right there in those holes. And then this piece is actually really nifty. So it slides in at the top whenever you... I'm going to flip the monitor over here. Hold on. Okay, so this is the top of it, and that's the top of the monitor. And the way it works is you just slide it into the top and then push it down and it locks it in place. And see, I'm picking the monitor up with it. And to get it off, you just slide this little button up right here, and then you can pop it off of there. So quick, easy, simple, functional. And you can also, let's see, is it this way? Here we go, this way. You can rotate it so that you can have your monitor in landscape or portrait mode. And it does swivel left and right. And, you know, so you can swivel your monitor up, down, left, and right. And it's got a pretty good range there. I will need to get a screwdriver because there's one Phillips head screw right there in the middle that we'll just screw this base onto here. And I imagine once you start screwing it down, it just pulls this into place. So let me grab a screwdriver real quick. Stay put. All right, I know I've talked about this before, but I love this Fantech NEX E1 Max electric screwdriver for all of this computery stuff that I do. Let's see. That one should fit good, shouldn't it? Yeah, that one fits pretty good. Wouldn't even let go of it. I know it's not powerful or anything, but I don't need it to be powerful for computer related stuff. So let's see if this pulls it in or not. No, that's not working. Do I have it backwards? Does it go in this way? I got it right the first time. I might need two hands to do this. Let's try it again. Yeah, I think I need two hands to get this started. I'll be right back. All right, so once you get it started, and it's not all the way in yet, it does just... Let's push this up. Okay, that doesn't want to tilt up and stay up. So let's just... All right. It's good enough. It doesn't have to be super tight. It's just going to sit on the desk. And that's what she looks like assembled. 27 inches of glory. It does go up and down. It goes all the way down to about, I'd say it's about 2.5 inches off of the mounting plate. And it goes up, that's probably about 10 or 11 inches. So, pretty good. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Cleaned my desk off a little bit, got rid of some of the crap that didn't need to be there anyway. I need to mount this monitor stand here. Over here in this corner. I removed the surge protector that was just sitting on the desk. And I think I'm going to mount it on the wall right here. It's in close proximity to everything that I need powered. So I think it'll be perfect right there on the wall. I'm horrible at doing these things. But I've got this. It was actually $1. It was a level that I got at, I believe I got it at the Dollar Tree, but it actually works really well at leveling things. I mean, hell, this desk is even pretty dang level, sitting on the floor here. So it's got measurements on the top here. Let's see what the spacing is here. From the center, let's start it. We'll do the 1 because I don't know if that edge is good or not. From the center of the hole at the 1 inch mark, it goes over, what is that? 7/8 of the way to the center of that one. So 1 7/8, I think. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1 7/8. I'm horrible at doing measurements, at figuring out the eighths and the 16ths and all that stuff. I'm good with the 1/4 and the 1/2, but so 1 7/8. I've got this little throwaway container with a bunch of stuff in it that are perfect for things like this, like these. Those might just be about perfect screws to put in the wall for this. I just have to make sure that head of that screw fits inside the back of the surge protector. Alright, so I got my Franklin sensor wall stud detector out just to check. It has the little lightning bolts right there to detect power. Like this cord right here is live, and if you run across power, I don't know if you can see it, but the little green lights come on to indicate there's electricity behind the wall, the sensor. So I checked the wall over here, and there's a stud right here, which that's not bad. I can put one of those screws directly in a stud, and then the other one can just go in a wall anchor, but there's no electricity anywhere over here on the wall, just a stud. Alright, so the 13/64 bit was the perfect size for these particular wall anchors. So I got it in there and got it mounted up, and it's fairly level, I think. I know it doesn't look like it, but the cord keeps pushing it over. I only have the 2 screws in the top. I don't want to put a whole bunch of holes in my wall. One in the stud and one in the anchor. Should be able to hold a couple of plugs up just fine. So I'm going to go with that. Now let's start getting some things plugged back in, and I got to get that unmounted from the desk. I have to remember which hardware I need. Oh cool, it's just a hand spin. You got, like, there's a knob under the bottom there, and you just spin it to remove it. So I'm gonna get this monitor off here, get that stand undone, and see how big of a hole I need to put in the desk. Okay, stand is off. It's kind of dusty under there. Desk is broken in the corner here. This desk, guys, I got this desk. This is like 3 tiers, I guess. I got it in Korea while I was in the Army. Back in 2006. Wow. It's 2024, so this desk is 18 years old. I shipped it back from Korea whenever I left there, and it has been on every move since then. I've lived in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 different houses since I brought this desk back from Korea. And yeah, on one of the moves, I didn't fully disassemble it, and this leg here kind of got broke. But it's still, you know, stable enough. It holds everything up here just fine. But anyway, the monitor stand is off right there, and that's all the bigger size hole I need. Just needs to be able to fit this screw through it. So let's check out these bits. I've definitely got one big enough. I don't need one too terribly big. Let's just say, what do you think? Go for the 1/2 inch or just do the 3/8? Let's get the 3/8 out of here and see how big it is compared to the screw. I don't know. Well, let's see if this... Okay, so this hole is bigger, much bigger than that one. I did this like 3 years ago. I don't remember how big the bit was that I used. So that pretty much fits in there. And this hole worked, so I guess I'm going with the 1/2 inch. Well, that made quick work of that. I did about 2 inches from that pole, which is roughly how far that hole was from that pole. So let me get this swept up real quick and that swept up real quick. And we'll get to mounting the stand on this side and get the other one set up. A few moments later, and we have one mounted stand. I think I would knock the desk over. I would rip the top off of this desk before I pulled that out of there, I think. Most of this is just held on with some, there we go, some tiny screws. And that's a big bolt going through the middle of that. So I think I would pull this desk over and topple it off of there before I jerked this stand out of the wood. All right, time to get things set back up. All right, so everything is hooked up, I believe, and will be functioning as soon as I press that power button down there. So this will be the first time I'm turning it on. I am going to have to get into Windows and flip-flop my primary and secondary monitors, because the HDMI monitor, which is what that's hooked up with now, was the primary, or was the secondary. And now that I'm saying that, it came with an HDMI cable. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it HDMI for now. But there's also a display port on the back of that, and that 4070 Ti in there has 3 display ports on it. One is being used with this monitor. But anyway, I'm going to have to flip-flop Windows so that that monitor that was on the left is now on the right, and that one is the secondary, and that one is the primary. But let's push the power button. That one's probably going to be the one that pops up with the display stuff, if not both of them. Because that one is the primary right now. And I don't know, maybe graphics cards automatically pop up with the display port as the primary to begin with. I don't know, maybe. But bam. All right, let me get logged into Windows here. All right, so we're logged in, and the way you see this right now is not the way that I had ever thought that I could do it. But I have this monitor angled out towards me, and I can even angle it more if I need to, and extend it out more and give it more angle, so that I have a more immersive experience with this monitor as well, and can be able to use this whole setup a little bit easier. Now, one thing I also figured out is I can put my 4-bay Orico hot swappable drive bay thing back here and still have access to it, because I can move this monitor out, which will clean up the desk, because I did have it just sitting right here on the desk. It was kind of in the way and made the desk look all messy and stuff, but I can put it back there. So that's where it shall stay. Just looking at the monitors, I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I would say the contrast ratio for the deep blacks is definitely deeper on, like, okay, this is a direct on view. Okay, we'll do it from this side. See, direct on view here, and then a direct on view here. It's darker. But they definitely both look really nice. And the blues, I guess the blues on this one look much, I don't know, much more vivid. And they're both 4K monitors. That one might not even be set up for 4K right now. I have to check the resolution settings here. Oh yeah, my screens are all backwards. Let's fix that. Let's go to the display settings, and we'll flip-flop these screens. All right, so I already moved them around. So if you hit identify, see this one is 1 now, and then over here that one is 2. And we're going to click on number 2 and select make this my main display. And just like that, it flip-flopped everything around. And now whenever I pass my mouse through, it passes through to the other monitor. And, you know, roughly in the same place. Obviously this monitor is smaller, so it's not going to be exact. Yeah. Anyway, monitor 2 is also set for 3840 by 2160. So they are both set to 4K right now. Alright guys, well that just about does it. I got the display set up, figured out some things that I had never even thought of whenever doing this, as like that monitor over there being curved inward toward me so I can get better use out of it. I did look on the back of that monitor, as it is also a Samsung monitor. It says it was manufactured September of 2016. So it is effectively an 8-year-old 4K monitor. And that one, the new one, is, did it say January or February of 2024? So just a couple months old. Hopefully you guys liked seeing me set up the new monitor. I am going to use it a little bit, see how I like it. I definitely like that the size is bigger. It's 27 inches instead of 24. It looks good. Gaming experience should hopefully be a little bit better. And I love the bezels. Well, it does have, I guess there's a little bit of a black around the outside of it. I thought it would be screen all the way up to the screen, but there's a little bit of black in there. But that's the bezel on this. That's, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch of a bezel, and that's like 1/4 of an inch. Actually, the plastic part of the bezel is like 1 or 2 millimeters, but all the way down to the black, let's turn this off. The black line that's goes from the screen up to the bezel is probably another 1/4 of an inch or so. But I like it. I'm sure I'll get plenty of use out of it, and plenty of gaming out of it, and videos, YouTube videos. I've been away from my channel for far too long, so hopefully I'll have more time to be able to edit some videos, get them uploaded for you guys. And in the meantime, again, if you like the content, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Remember, subscribing to the channel doesn't cost you anything. It helps me tremendously. I would love to see more people coming back to watching my videos. Hopefully you guys like them, and I'll just catch you on the next one. Have a good night, or morning, or evening, or lunch, whatever time it is for you. See you on the next one.